Okay. God, tell me this is really fucking dumb. So as far as I can tell, nothing happened really, but our connection just completely farted out, but didn't. But it was enough to interrupt the stream, and it just stopped completely. There was no, I mean, this is good to know, and I guess good to learn. There was no warning in Meld whatsoever that had occurred. There was no, like we have a, like a go live and record button. Those didn't change at all. It still showed that we were live, and yet on YouTube and Twitch, it took us offline and then tried to reconnect us. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That was bad. And I can't change like the thumbnail or anything on YouTube. I can't copy settings. I can't nothing. So it is what it is. I don't like it, but it is what it is. But we are back. God, I think we even had like a few people that were watching. I think they might have left. Who knows? Anyways, Bladesong. We're playing Bladesong. Creepy old woman talked out of us that the darkness. You're alive? We were like, sure, maybe. Then we were in a tent. Our horse was soup. And now there's a forge here, and we have a guy who is like, give me a long sword. I don't like to hug people. So we said, cool. And now we're learning how to make a sword. And we made it long. And now we have to change the thickness of the blood. Right. We're doing that. Here we go. Let's make the blade wider. Because it thick. Change width. Okay. Hammer a point on the sword. Usually customers won't accept a sword without a point. I mean, I sure would hope so. We hammer it from this end over here? Okay, cross-section? Cross-section ability makes your blade sharp. Let's add it. Okay. This ability has 2 steps. First, you need to give the blade a sharp edge. Watch the cross-section display in the top right to get a better understanding of what's changing. Hammer until the blue line on the blade turns orange. Okay. Nice. Nice looking blade. The edge is now sharp, and you can further adjust the shape of the cross-section. Keep hammering until the hexagon shape becomes a diamond shape. Your blade is complete. Click the hilt mode button to start working on a hilt. In hilt mode, you have access to a library of sword parts to complete your sword. Select a guard from the library, then attach it to a slot on your sword. I'm Peter White. This is the stream, kind of stream that I enjoy. Man, I hope so. I hope it's working out. Well, thank you for the follow. Let's... Select the guard from the library, then attach it to the slot. Let's do that one, sure. Surely. In hilt mode, attaching parts costs resources. Keep an eye on the resource panel to see how much you're spending. Add a grip part next. Strong taper thick. Mild taper. Let's go with a mild taper. Let's get this one. As opposed to... No, yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go with this one. Okay. Customer requires a two-handed sword, so your grip section needs to be long enough. Attach a second grip part to the first. Really? That looks... Can we rotate this at all? Oh! Well, no, that's not what I... Sync. That looks dumb and stupid. When holding a sword part, you can cycle through them using Q and E or control scroll wheel. Select the pommel and try it now. Each part of your sword influences physics. Watch the weight and balance meter shift as you attach the pommel. They did neither. You can detach sword parts again by clicking on them. You will get your resources back, so feel free to experiment. Let's make some final adjustments to the blade. Okay, yeah, let's get rid of this bit here. There we go. Oh, that looks so much better. Oh my god. Okay. And then steel, smooth letters. No, we don't want that. Yeah. The ability history shows all abilities have been used on the blade. You can use this to revisit abilities and edit or delete them. The number next to an applied ability shows its intensity. It's like the change width ability you had earlier. Press X to flip the direction of your hammering, then hammer to narrow the blade. What does that do? Okay. The commission is fulfilled! Alright, over to Owen. The man takes a sword and jabs it at a shadow experimentally. A slow grin crosses his face. That should do the trick. Thank you, Smith. Here's your payment. It's a sword! That does not look that great. But, you know, first sword, we're figuring it out. Another customer awaits. Okay. Word is, customers with repair jobs will provide you with a sword that they want edited. These commissions don't have an initial billet cost, so they're perfect for making some coin when you're low on resources. Word is already spreading around camp about the new smith. Your next customer is a wary-looking man with a bald pate, his hollow eyes darting back and forth.
I heard you came down with the wasting fever. Lucky to be alive, you are. Anyway, could you modify this sword for me? I scavenged it from the ruins, but it hasn't got enough of a point to it. I want something I can stab it with his belly if I need to.
He hands you a sword with a sharp edge but a rounded tip. As you hold it up to the light, he leans forward conspiratorially.
I only had this blade 3 days, and I felt people's jealous eyes upon it. If they came for it in the night, I won't be able to give them a short, sharp stab.
Okay. Forge. Customer wants his sword to alter. The rounded point needs to be turned to a narrow point.
Oh, looks pretty sharp to me.
Visit the point section. Can change the range of many abilities. The range influenced by your abilities marked with a line. Drag the circular handle at the end of the line. Hammer to apply your change. Ah. Okay. I think. Oh, that just creates a point that's that long. I see. Okay. That should do it, man. I mean, yeah, that's what you wanted. Unless it needs to be even further back. There we go. Pointy as hell. Sell the sword! The man takes the sword and tests the point, smiling at the bead of blood that wells at his fingertip, then he stows it away, glancing around the camp as he does so.
Folks out here will take everything from you if you ain't vigilant. Keep a keen eye out, me.
He scurries away, his back hunched as though against a non-existent downpour.
I will take the payment. Thank you.
I got stuff. You received a scrap item. Go to your inventory and see what you got. Salvaging turns scrap items into useful resources. This costs a small amount of action points, so it's a perfect use of leftover points at the end of the day. Hover over items to see their description. We got all of that stuff. Ooh. Okay.
Salvage.
When your action points are spent, it's time to end the day. If you end the day with any action points left, they will be lost, so try to use them up whenever you can. Okay. End the day. Sweet deal, daily upkeep. We made some money.
The outer gates. The city.
Passage into Aaron Keep is barred by a colossal gate taller than a ship's mast. It was built to withstand enemy armies, but since the Masked King's ascension, it mainly keeps out the desperate masses seeking his protection. Examine the magical barrier. Oh, baby. It's only visible in the half-light of dawn or when it pours with rain, a faint shimmer that rises from the walls and captures Aaron Keep in a vast dome. Yeah! For a city to survive this long past the Sundering, it must have extraordinary defenses. You've heard that some surviving outposts have guardian dragons or shrouds of impenetrable fog, but none have as perfect a protection as Aaron Keep. Have some tea here. It's getting cold. It is as though the songs never ended. Attackers, humans or otherwise, are simply unable to breach the dome. Poisonous miasmas dissipate harmlessly against it. Plagues are kept at bay. Within this sanctuary, crops grow without withering, water runs clean, and people can sleep without fear. Well, that sounds nice. Let me in.
I want in.
If such miracles can exist in a world without the voices, surely there's hope for the future.
I'm now inspired.
As you approach, the portcullis rises to admit a caravan, and chaos breaks out. The crowd swells like a rising tide. Refugees push forward, begging for entry, and the guards batter them back with their shields. The merchant wagon barrels through their drivers using horsewhips to lash stragglers out of the way. Sneak with the wagons. You don't get far before a guard grabs you by the shoulder and flings you down to the churn mud. Not on my watch. He gazes down at you like a fisherman disappointed with his catch. You're a citizen. Or got yourself a worker's permit. I don't. Get out of here, applicant. Stop wasting my time. Applicant. That's the enthusiasm the guard. That's the euphemism the guards use to refer to the desperate hordes camping at their gate. It has a nicer ring, you suppose, than refugee. Oh, yeah. I have useful skills. I'm a blacksmith. Every applicant who comes here begging is a doctor or a master glassmaker or a damned alchemist. You think I was born yesterday? If you're a smith, prove it.
I could show you a sword I made. And how am I supposed to know you're telling the truth? I've got a sword too, doesn't make me a smith. Buzz off, little fly.
You return to your tent with your makeshift forge awaits. You're hardly at your best working with such limited materials, but this is all you have for the time being. It won't be long before your cache of steel runs out. Since it seems you're going to be here longer than expected, you should make it a priority to find a merchant in this forsaken place. Okay. You finish the tutorial. From today on, you'll have more actions to spend. You won't be able to complete every commission, so pick the ones you like the sound of. Game will open from here. Don't be afraid to explore! Okay.
What this? Oh! Advanced search.
Allows you to scale sword parts. Oh, nice! An asymmetrical blades with this. Allows you to forge asymmetrical blades. Oh! That's cool as shit. I like that. Let's... Oof. Oh, but that's a skill point. Oh, we don't have a skill point. It's a skill point we don't have. Okay. Let's just get to work then. Ooh, these have a lot of stuff. Well, I think the best one to take is this cheap one that uses the fewest action points. Oh, but it uses the most steel that we have. Sure. Need a proper weaponsmith. Okay. 2 broken cartwheels. We get some steel. And a mystery reward. Okay, and this needs mobility. Piment Crimson. Do we have that? We do! Okay.
Let's get to it, baby.
Alright, so it's gotta be long, right? So we want length of this bad boy. We have to... Okay, well, you want a sword. You want a big sword. Big sword. Okay. So we've got that. Now it needs to be too thick. Let's see here. Fine controls. Yeah, that's not bad for a sword. Get a little bit of a doot. Okay, and then we're good. We're good with that. Then the width. Actually. The impact. Well, yeah, we want a two-handed sword with a very narrow point. Let's go, you know. There we go. That should be good, I think. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and it even shows the thickness. Okay, that's the width. Okay, the point. We want this to have... Just go for a basic point here. There we go.
Pretty good looking sword here.
Tip of the blade, making it less thick towards the point. No, we don't want that, but we do want a cross section. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. What the... How do we do it on both sides? Wasn't there a thing? Let's see here. Can we... Oh, I see how that works. Okay. What about taper thickness? What does that look like? That's with it, and then that's without it. Can't tell. Okay. Oh no, it's got a sharp point. Kind of want to make this point just a little longer though. Yeah, okay. I think that's good. I think that's all right. Okay, and let's take this. Let's give this another. Let's give it that there. And you want it two-handed, so let's go for. Just give it a two-handed grip like that, just for now. But then let's see, can we give it a strong taper at the end? Let's do here mild taper. No, let's do a mild. Let's do just a mild taper. Yeah, I like, well, what's the difference of a mild taper? That's the mild taper slim, and what's the strong taper slim? Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, that looks fine. Let's... Why is that no mobility. Whoa. Hold on. Because was it 3 before? Oh, I see. That's gotta be balanced though, right? Won't that balance it? There we go. Awesome. Now... Let's see here. That looks pretty good. Two-handers, got a narrow point to it. Yeah, okay. There you go. Our blade is not sharp. What does that mean? How do I sharpen the blade? Cross-section. Aha! There we go. Now let's actually... Okay. Yep, just make it a diamond. Yeah, you know what? Not bad. Not bad. Okay, so that is the cross-section. Oh, I see. There it is. Yes! I like the idea, though, so let's... Hold on here. We don't want that. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that looks good. That looks good there. All right, you take it.
Very nice. Should prove quite persuasive.
I agree. Look at that bad boy. Looking good. It's looking good in the neighborhood.
Oh, it still looks so dirty. Ugh. But like, I got what I got. I got a skill point. Ooh!
I've reached level 2.
Asymmetrical blades looks really cool. Yeah, let's just go for advanced because engraver looks really cool. So let's just go for advanced swordsmithing for now. There we go. Okay, we got things, we got stuff. Never runs out once obtained. Nice. Broken cartwheel, so just some salvage stuff. So I got 3 things that I can salvage. $10 Thaler for that. That's 60. Oh. Wait a minute. You'll give me plated grips. Ooh. That's nice. 3 empty tankards and a ruined helmet. Just some scrap that I can use. Yeah, I like that. Give me some books. Man who approaches your fort is brooding and silent, his starved face and shaven head lending him a skull-like aspect. When he speaks, his voice is a hollow rasp.
Hey.
He glares at you. You don't get the impression he's in the mood to answer questions. Okay. Fine by me, sir. How long do you want this blade? You want the blade or you want it You want a long? Here we go. Get a long blade. Get a long blade. Here we are. Let's get this one as long as... There we go. As long as we can get it. Alright, and change the thickness. Blade a little... well, no, actually. We want it kind of thin. There we go. Just give it 90% that width. He big. He's a big sword. Yeah, you know what? We want this thing long, we want it sharp, and one-handed. So let's keep this sucker thin. In fact, I think that's good for now. We'll figure that out here. Point. Thing's gotta be sharp as hell. Let's not get it that sharp. Let's not get it that crazy. There we go. Alright, taper the width of this thing. Whoop, no, do not want that at all. Let's go taper thickness. What does this look like? What does that look like? Actually, no. Don't like that one either. Okay. Cross-section.
Sharpness +3.
Okay. Let's just have that as is for now. Let's work on a hilt for you, sir. Square cross is going to be one-handed, so we can go, like, really... Well, no. Because that's going to drive the hand up to the hilt, so... That's always just a nice one for what we've got. And then a regular point. What the hell does that mean? A regular point. Regular point. What does that mean? A regular point. Not too terribly pointy then. This is what he's looking for. But yeah, we got all that. Now I think the cross section of this thing. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, we've just made it thick again. Spine width, edge thickness. Oh. Oh, I like that. Okay. Spine width. And edge thickness. Understand. Convexity. What is this now? What is convexity? What is this doing to the blade? Okay, let's just do this. Yeah. There we go. That works out. It's got a regular point. It's got everything. Cool. There you go. Skullface Man takes your sword, giving it a cursory glance before stowing it under his tattered cloak.
Suits my purposes.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... It's a sword. We making what we're making so far. Plated grips. Do I have to use this? Oh no, these are more creative decorations. Your customers are not going to ask for them. Still... neat. Alright, and then I think we're out of action points, so we're done for the day. The camp. Let's go back to the outer gate. Let's try again. Try again today. Outer gate looms over the camp, both threat and beacon. Refugees gather, pleading for entry while impassive guards look on. Guard is slouching against the ramparts, gazing out over the horizon as heavy-lidded eyes flicker your way only when you call for his attention.
Huh? What do you want?
Guard's sneer is especially pronounced this evening. I want to enter the keep.
You're a citizen? You got yourself a worker's permit.
No, but I'd like to apply for a worker's permit. I'm a blacksmith and I've been plying my trade out here for a while now.
Yeah, and I'm a dragon slayer. Get out of here, applicant.
Return to your tent with your where your makeshift forge awaits. You're hardly at your best working with such limited materials, but it's all you have for the time being. Okay. Keep trying every day. That's all we've got. Okay. Got 29 steel. We've got some thalers. Is there a shop that we can go into? Although I imagine that is legitimately, like, in the city proper. So. Let's see here. Got some leathers. Ooh, some silver. I don't know what we would use that for. horseshoe, old tools. I don't think if it's a thing up here, it would be worthwhile. Like heavy shackles, that's probably just going to be a thing. Then a mystery reward. Yeah, like gold. I mean, we might be able to bribe our way in. $600 EXP. Yeah, and that's going to take 8 action points. That's the only job we'll have all day. But sure, you know what? Let's take it, because that's... Yeah, that's giving us the most experience out of any of these jobs. A man sits by your anvil staring at the keep's walls looming over the camp. His eyes track every guard that passes along the battlements.
We're building up something. More guards on the walls every day. New weapons. Watching them prepare for weeks.
He scratches absently at an old scar on his face.
It'll be at night. When they think we're sleeping, they'll pour off those gates and clean up the refugee problems. For all just you wait. I reckon I need a good blade by my side.
What do you need?
Not asking for anything special, just something sharp, reliable.
Alright, let's get to it. Get to it, baby. Let's get the length of this blade out. Same thing. Let's go for as long as we can get this bad boy. Oh! Too long. There we go. Let's change the thickness of it. Oh, okay. Then change the width. So that and 130 thickness. Just a thick fucking piece of steel. You know what? Let's try it at 50 just for now. And then cross-sectional. Let's just make the thing sharp. Or just make the gut sword. This thing is just a chonker. And then a point at the end of it. Yeah, let's get that. Feel that if we here we go. Then taper the width. No, we don't want to taper anything, I don't think. So I think we're good. Yeah, this thing is just a honkin' chunkin' piece of metal. I wish the lighting was better around some of these areas, because you really have to, like, bend this sword in certain angles to really, like, see it. Alright, let's get you one of these. Smith's Companion. Required at least 2, current 1. What does that mean? Oh. Oh, things from the book. Let's see here. I'm trying to see what goes well with. This is a mild taper. Let's go mild taper. Is it thick? No, that we need a strong taper. There we go. What is the difference between that? Yeah. Big sword, big. Oh, because it's just leathers. Oh, okay, I see. There we go. And then this needs to be sharp. How the hell do we make this thing more sharp? How well the cross-section of the sword can cut through a target. The steep edge angle of a wide and thin blade. Smooth cross-section is preferable. A strong central ridge can impede the cut. Okay, so we need that, but then we also need a broad point. So the point needs to be broad, so we can bring that back. But that's not the point. Okay, then we've lost it. Oh, okay, yeah. It doesn't need to be too terribly sharp at the end. It just needs to be a good hit and slashing weapon. Thickness. The thickness of this boy. Oop. Yeah, just a big, thick sword. Not bad, not bad. Eat big, eat chunky, eat thick. In fact, I'm gonna call this one the Chonker. He holds the blade up, turning it this way and that. His stance speaks of old battles, muscle memory that never faded. Better than I expected. He glances up at the walls of Varen Keep, his eyes dark. Could be tonight, could be tomorrow, but I'm ready. The Chonker. Oh my god. I'm level 3! So now what do I need for this one? Requires level 5. Oh, okay. Oh, but we can engrave shit into the blade. That's awesome. Let's do asymmetrical. We are out of action points. Is that my experience?
Oh, it is. So it is.
Got a lot of Thalers. We just need a shop. We need access to a shop, man. The outer gate looms over the camp. Both threat and beacon approach the gate. I want to enter the keep. No? Okay. I wish I knew what I needed to do to actually get inside the camp. Let's see here. What are options here? Easy value, interface scale, display helmet. Sure, let's try that. All right, let's see here. Yeah, God, I have nothing. Let's start. Okay. Oh my God, all the salvaging bits. So one of these two. Both give me the same amount. It's just a matter of what rewards do I want. Some gold there. It's worthwhile to see what gold does. Maybe that's just what we. Maybe that's just what we need. Let's do this one. Especially because it takes less steel, and we need a bunch. Hello, Smith. Nice setup you got here. What can I do for you? There's a gang that comes around my tent every night, regular as clockwork. They kick and beat us, take our rations, push our faces into the mud. You think there'd be some solidarity out here, but, well, there ain't. I managed to hide the last of my coin from them so far, but who knows for how long. Best to spend that coin on a good sword, I reckon, so I can protect what's mine. Okay. Let's see. You need this thing to be mobile. So this is going to be a thin blade. One-handed with a narrow point. You got it. Whoop. There we go. Okay, and then the thickness. And then the width of this thing. Yeah, no, not a thing. In fact, that's probably good. So we want a point to this thing. A very narrow point, so he says. Let's see here. Let's see what we can get you to a narrow point. There we go. Let's cross-section this bad boy. It's not one-handed. Craft a short hilt for one-handed use. Ooh, but this thing's so long, though. Okay, let's have that circular pommel on the end. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, you're never gonna lose the grip on that bad boy. Yeah, but not bad, not bad. Now its speed, how could I improve its speed? The sword is light and has little mass near the point. That's true. So you know what? Let's do this. Let's get a or maybe, is it the cross-section section? Yes, it is. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, I like that one. Let's call this warning. The applicant stands a little straighter as he tests the weight of the blade. It's perfect. You should see the blunt, rusted daggers these bullies wave around. This will put some real fear in them. Thank you, Smith. Me and my kids will get to keep their food tonight. Yeah. The Wars of Talend, Volume 2. Alright, so what do we have here? Oh, that's a new sword part book. Oh! Oh! Okay, so any book is just going to be more knowledge of what we can get. Resource. Okay, so a gold is a resource. Okay, I think they're literally like in this order: resources, books, pigments, consumables, containers, and then miscellaneous stuff. But we are all out of things to do for today, so end the day. Nice. And we just need like, yeah, we need like a little less than 100. Oh, I think I know what I need to be doing. I think I need to just be exploring the outside of the camp. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's what we gotta do. Because we can explore those 2 points, and I just keep going to the gate, because I think that's where we gotta go, but we don't have to go there! Alright, let's salvage some wood. What jobs are we looking at today? Let's see here. Another gold, some silver, new books. Gold. Silver would be nice. So I have some, as well as some leather. This is probably a good one too. Alright, let's just salvage one of those bad boys. We have enough wood for this. I think that'd be a good idea, but I also really do want... Yeah, let's do this, and then we'll fix Riley's sword. I'm in need of a good weapon. What do you need it for? I keep the fine folks that can't safe from thieves, well, most thieves. Of course, safety ain't free, gotta eat, right? And if some folk don't want to chip in for the greater good, well, trouble seems to find them. He yawns. Nothing too fancy with the sword, just make it big and sharp enough with the sight will put some fear into a sensible man. Okay. Alrighty. So I think we're going to make this sucker nice and thick. We're going to make this a chunky boy. Yep, as big as we can possibly make it. Change the thickness. Absurdly thick. There we go. In fact, yeah, let's just keep it at 230. There we go. Cross section, here we are. Well, actually, we don't want that. Sharpness +3. We'll fix the rest of that with the hilt here. Let's get to the point of the matter. In fact, let's... It's already... Yeah, it's already sharp, so you don't really need much of a point to this thing. There we go. That should do you just fine. Okay. Let's get you a hilt on this bad boy. Let's get you stuff. Connector. Ah. Can we also, like, go absolutely... Oh, we can! Oh, we can go absolutely fucking crazy with it. Oh, I like it. I like it, I like it. Okay, 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 okay. So we could just have, like, a connector like that. Let's just go basic first for now. End cap. Oh, for the... Ah! Hmm. Crazy place. Okay. A peen! What's a peen? Peen. Bean. I don't think this gets us extra commissions or anything though, right? I don't think this gets us any more money. Let's see here. Just a big ass, thick ass pommel. There you go. Boom, baby. It's a fucking sword. Yeah, man. Oh my god, I actually kind of love this. Just this huge fuck-off sword. Oh, but you need saffron. Oh. Okay. Pigment, saffron. Oh, it needs to be two-handed as well. I mean, of course it does. Who the fuck are we kidding? Oh, and it shows me what it is that I'm using. I'm using some leather, because I got some leather. Oh, that's right. It's not fully... Okay. Alright. Okay. I see. Oh, and metal. We can put, like, gold and shit on it. Ah. Cool. Okay. I like it. I see. I understand. Go. Okay, what am I looking for? Two-handed. Here we are. Big Atch two-handed sword. Oh my god. With a narrow point. So that's going to be... let's see here. That's gonna be tapering. Oh no, making it narrower towards the point. Okay. Let's see here. Let's just do like a that. point. Yeah, let's bring it in a little bit more. I like the idea of this thing just being a fucking slab. It's just like a, it's just a fucking like needle tip point at the very end of it. Oh my god, this thing is just a slab of metal. We'll just call it, whoops, the point. Yeah, because it's got everything it needs. It's way off weight. Or maybe that's the weight imbalance. Maybe that's supposed to be there. There you go. To point. Clark tests the blade edge with his thumb, his ever-present grin widening. Firelight makes the steel gleam hungrily.
Quality work, Smith. Always happy to support local craftsmen. Keep the camp economy flowing, right?
His laughter rings out as he leaves, the other refugees scurrying out of his path. It's made of a big-ass fucking sword.
Keep us safe, mister!
Da point! I'm learning so many things. Oh! Those are engravings! Oh, okay. Well, we might want to learn... Well, we are. We're on our way towards learning how to engrave. Let's unlock for a skill point. How do I do the asymmetrical blades? Oh, I see right there in that bit of the menu. Unlocks advanced cross-section controls. Oh, okay, so spine width is what we've already worked with, but edge thickness. Okay, I think I get it. See, in that lighting, it's easier to see. In the lighting that's in the game already, it's hard as hell to tell. All right, and we got one more here for Riley's. Just get some stuff. Unless it's worthwhile. No, we don't have any leathers whatsoever. We need some leathers. Yeah, you know what? Actually, let's salvage that bit at the end of the day. Alright, now let's try to just... Oh, with your supplies dwindling, you're reaching the point of desperation. You need to find a merchant who sells steel. There's no one in the camp. Perhaps if you look further afield, past this field of tent lies the Lost City, ruined district of Aaron Keep. You've heard the Lost City is full of looters, picking over the detritus of the old world. There might be steel to find, too. Okay. Let's try there, then. Oof. It's a nice place. Not all of Aaron Keep was granted the Masked King's protection. In centuries past, the city spilled beyond its ancient walls. Now the barrier which traces the wall's course has left these outer areas to the mercy of the wastes. Nicknamed the Lost City, these crumbling districts have been picked over by countless looters, but rumors persist that there is worthwhile treasure to be found amongst the rubble. Seek out the scrap peddler, yeah. As night draws closer, the shadows in the Lost City come alive. Hidden eyes watch from high places. You scurry through the ruins, feeling as small and vulnerable as an insect. Fortunately, the scrap peddler is easy to find. He warms his hands over a blazing fire on an empty market square, accompanied by a sad-looking mule pulling a cart full of junk. He's an off-putting sight. Most of his face is bandaged, but the exposed areas are a mess of festering sores and flaking skin. You dread to think what the bandages are hiding.
Not contagious! Not contagious!
The peddler points at himself as he shouts. One yellow eye peers madly at you through the gauze. What kind of malady afflicts you?
But not contagious! What is it?
He doesn't seem to fully understand your question. Taking a look at him, his disease looks like either leprosy or a terrible skin condition. Either way, best not to get too close.
Why, many things. I find them in the dark places, I share to you.
Can I see your wares? Scrap peddler. What do you sell here?
Many things. What's to be found for those who know?
How'd you find all this stuff?
The dark place is cold to me. I find forgotten things there.
He points vaguely downwards. The mule retches as though ready to expire. Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm surprised no one has killed you and stolen your goods.
Ah, I'm good at hiding. If found, I cough and sputter and pretend to be contagious. The padmen run a mile. But I'm actually not contagious. I swear it.
All right, bye, man.
Partners forever and always, yes?
His rotten grin sends a shiver down your spine. Let's search the ruins. The lost city has been endlessly picked over by scavengers. Your hopes of finding something are slim but irresistible. Shards and rubble crunch underfoot as you trudge down empty streets. Sure enough, one by one, the half-collapsed shells of houses prove to offer nothing of value. Let's just give up. And head back to camp. Okay. Just unlocked your first vendor. Okay. And he sells scrap. The peddler perks up with the prettiest trinkets. I survey his wares.
Ooh, books!
These are guards and parmels, Quillian block. That's pretty cool.
Oh!
I like that. Let's buy that. Let's see. I do need some leather. And I've got enough. So I could buy 10 of these for 50. Yeah. That's about all we got. We got enough wood. We've got that will get us some wood. Same with steel. We're good there. These books, though. Okay, so that's always a waste. Because this will get me somewhere between like 10 or 14. I can get 10 for literally 50 instead of 75. Let's get another 10 leather. And then let's get a book here. Yeah, let's get modular thinking. There we go. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Did that take any time from my day? I didn't check. But either way, we do need to do that and that. 6 wood, 18 steel, yeah. So it's a waste to buy, but it's good to just have. Okay, we could do any job here today. Let's see what you got for me. Wood is always a good idea. Steel is always nice. But that could be stuff to sell. Actually, this will probably... That could actually get me something. Some steel and wood. Wood would be good. Yeah, it's going to give me the most back. In fact, it immediately gives me steel back, so this is probably the cheapest job for me to do. Let's try it. Warrior-looking man approaches your anvil, his shoulders bowed and his eyes haunted. He's sporting a fresh black eye.
Out here, the strong prey of the weak. I should have accepted that long ago. And I'm tired of being counted among the weak. A good blade might change the equation.
Okay.
Let's see what you want. You want this thing to have impact. Just gotta have heft. Just gotta have a hoofa.
The sword hits hardest when it's heavy and has a lot of mass near the point. Okay. Let's get you a long sword here, mister. Whoop. There we go. As long as we can get it. Let's see here. Let's go for that. Let's try that one. The width. Let's keep the width as is. Ooh, I actually really like... Yeah, I like that. Oh, I like that. Oh my god, this is gonna look like a massive nail from Hollow Knight. Okay. Let's give it a point. Doesn't have to be a really good point either. We'd probably be good with just something like that. Yeah. Doesn't have to be... Well, no, he wants it sharp, so... How well the cross-section can cut through a target. Well, I mean, pretty sharp. Maybe it's too thick. There we go. Impact's fine. Yeah, this thing's gonna have some heft to it. Okay, like that. And then we're going to let's see here. I think it's the cross section. There we go. Give it a little bit of that. All right, let's give this thing a hilt. Let's see. We need the Smith's Companion, so let's give this thing one of those. Quillian block. What's a Quillian block, I wonder? Well, let's see here. If a Quillian block goes right there. Ah, I see. That's cool as hell. Oh, and a ring? So wait, if we take... Oh, okay. So then we can have like a Quillian block. Oh, okay, we can have something like that. Oh, that's awesome looking. Okay, yeah, that is how it's supposed to look. Super weird. Okay. Let's see here. Let's get a pommel. Let's just get a regular oval. Okay, that won't work. What's going on with this ring? I guess it's something that we just have to, like, put on. Like, something, like, right there. That actually looks really fucking... Oh, that looks really fucking cool, baby! I like it! Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm starting to like this more and more, baby. No, we just gotta keep that. Let's see, find what if we use that? Does it decrease? No, it just increases the cost of what we have here. We've got to make sure we have enough money until we get into the city proper. So, but what are these? Sweeps and loops? Okay. Weird. Okay. Okay, so then I like this. Can we though? Let's see here. Like that. Whoa. We can also just attach these bad boys anywhere, right? I think is the idea. No, okay, not quite. Because then we can have... And then we can do like something like down there as well. I think something like that. That looks awesome. That looks super fucking cool, man. And then we're gonna take... I mean, this already is a lot of money. Oh, toggle lighting. Oh my god, so much... That's so much nicer. Cross-section display. Oh, okay, that's what that is. Okay. Toggle environment. Oh. Okay. Let's just stay with the anvil for now. Yeah. Oh my god. That looks really cool. Is there any way to see how much just resources that we're using? Using a lot of steel for this. If we remove this... Do we save some steel? We do not save some steel. I do like that. Let's have that, and then we're going to have... Oh, what is it? The spine width? Yeah, we're going to have that. Try that come right up. Yep. Oh, love that. Love that look to it. Well, an awesome looking sword!
That's a mission.
Bitchin'. That's what I called it. That's bitchin'. There it is. He takes the weapon with grim satisfaction in his mouth. Bitchin' has been made.
Perfect. Now, the next person who thinks I'm easy prey will learn otherwise.
And I got a broken cartwheel. We got some steel out of that, too. And we also got a broken helm. What does this give us? More steel. All right. Sounds good to me. God, minus 168, minus 20. Okay, yeah, let's go explore the camp. This is the one place we haven't really explored a whole lot around in. See what we can find. Oh, sorry about that. Here we go. Outside the walls of Aaron Keep, desperate souls gather in makeshift tents, pleading for entry. Let's introduce ourselves. The tents near you are mostly occupied by unfriendly, suspicious folk. They spit on the ground when you approach and ward you off with threatening gestures. There's one exception, however. A young woman who actually smiles as you approach, though her eyes are haunted and hollow-set. Glad to see you're feeling better. You were on death's door for a while there. You looked after me. Not exactly. I dragged you to safety after you fell off your horse. Thank you for that. No problem. The old woman did most of the work, nursing you back to health. I checked in now and then, but she told me you were still recovering. Where is she anyways? I haven't seen her in days. No idea. Let me know if you run into her again. I'd like to thank her. Will do. But wait, do you mean to say she's not a relative of yours? How odd. Must have just been a kind-hearted old soul. Count your blessings. There's not many of those around in this camp. It's nice to see your friendly face around here. And good to meet you, too. Name's Chev, short for Chevenna, but only my mother calls me that, and she's been dead for 10 years. She's painfully thin and covered in grime, much like everyone else in the camp. She's the first person you've seen smile, though. What do you imagine goes on in Aaron Keep? I'm starting to forget what civilization used to look like. Oh my goodness. Hold on a second. Let's see. What do we imagine goes on in there? Yeah, it's somewhere you can set up shop, build a real business, not just scrape by. Make it sound so easy. I wish I had a skill I could build a business around. All I know how to do is survive one day to the next. She lapses into silence. Somewhere in the distance, a scream rings out. You both try to ignore it. Goodbye. Before you can leave, Chev grabs your arm. There's a wild desperation in her eyes. I'm stuck out here for weeks. Not everyone in camp is as friendly as you. Not sure how much longer I can last. Can you do me a favor? If you get into Aaron Keep before me, find a fellow named Lucas Boriona. He's my uncle. If you knew I was out here, he'd help me. I'm sure of it. Of course, I'll let him know you're here. Thank you. She rubs her eyes. Look at me getting my hopes up. Lucas Boriona. Remember that name. Chev lifts her hand in farewell as you walk away from her tent. Her smile is as fragile as porcelain. Scavenge for food. The tragedy of the applicants' camp is indescribable. So is the smell. There are no sewers out here, and not everyone bothers to go to the outskirts to use the latrines. Tucked away from the squalor, you find a pocket where desperation hasn't completely taken hold. Children are playing in the mud. A few scrawny chickens peck at the ground, miraculously uneaten. As you pick your way through, wary eyes track your movements from tent flaps, some calling out to alert their neighbors to the presence of a newcomer. At the center of this little commune, you find a family crouched around a huge cooking pot, simmering with meats and scrounged vegetables. A little girl tosses a handful of wild herbs into the stew. Your mouth waters. Just approach them. A father and mother, a gaggle of children, a grandmother with a face like an ancient apple, even a dog rolling on its back in the dirt, tongue wagging. They're rough-looking sorts, filthy and gaunt, but you're not exactly presentable yourself these days. As you get closer, the man twitches aside his cloak to reveal a heavy wooden club. His wife's hand darts to a dagger in her belt. The dog snarls, hackles raised. They will look at you carefully, awaiting your next move. just introduce myself. Oh there, stranger. Name's Bennett Monda. She's my wife, Triana Margarita. I could take you through the names of the nippers too if you like, but I get them mixed up myself. The young woman smiles wanly, withdrawing her hand from the dagger's hilt. The old woman just nods, her expression lost in a mass of wrinkles. The children cluster behind their father, peeping at you and giggling. This much name is Clodo. He's a good boy. Keeps the vultures away. With the word vultures, Bennett's expression darkens. Clodo sneezes disdainfully. See if I can pet the dog.
Oh, look at this boy.
Dog lifts its lip into a snarl as you approach, but at the last moment lowers its head and allows you to scratch behind its ear.
Oh,
Glodo seems to like him. It's good enough for me.
good boy.
You mentioned vultures earlier?
Aye, human vultures.
Doesn't elaborate further, but his shoulders stiffen. What's in the pot?
It only smells good because, from the looks of you haven't eaten a proper meal in weeks. Come on, pull up a brock, grab a bowl.
It's a hugely generous gesture. Meat out here is as precious as gold, and this man has children to feed. Sit down and join their meal. It's hot and thick and rich with meat. It's the best thing you've ever tasted. For the first time in weeks, the hunger in your belly ceases its howling. How long have you been camping out here, Bennett?
Almost 2 months now. Every day I beg the gods to let us through, but they're not interested in the likes of us. They offered us a trade, though. They'll take our nippers in and keep them safe. If Trian and I go work ourselves to death in their mines. But then who would look after old Gaida, eh?
What do you think of that, Gaida? The old woman bobs her head, smiling vacantly into the crackling fire. She gives no other sign of having hurt you. I agree. Gaida wouldn't survive out here alone.
Aye, that's the truth of it. So we're stuck out here for the time being. Don't worry, though. We'll find a way to get ourselves past that gate.
Where'd you find all this food?
Seen those big merchant caravans that come trundling through camp every day? Box of rations fell off the back of one of those. It's some luck, ain't it?
I just let the matter lie. Yep. Gives you a theatrical wink. One of his children giggles and hugs his leg. Pleasure to meet you, Bennett. I'll see you later. Away from the Monders, the atmosphere of the camp reasserts itself. Unfriendly glares, distant sobbing. You draw your coat close around you and hurry back to your tent. Climb into your bedroll, enjoying the rare feeling of a full belly. You offer silent thanks to Bennett Monder and his clan before sleep steals you away. I'm now well fed.
I had foods.
Oh my goodness, hold on. Oh, oh boy. What is happening here? A few hours past midnight, you're woken by a soft silken hiss. A blade. Bitch, are you killing the blacksmith? You know how much shit I have in here to beat a man to death with? Before it's sharpened? The fabric falls away to reveal a pair of gleaming eyes, a crescent of yellow teeth, a gaunt figure with a knife in his hand. He steps carefully into your tent, apparently thinking you asleep. Behind him are the dim shapes of other men. Each night, you bury your tools and your coin in a new location. There's not much in the tent they can steal, but they don't look like the types who will be happy if they don't find anything worthwhile. Yeah, don't take one more step. The man freezes, his grin widening.
Oh, wake is ye. Might be easier this way. Hand over your coins, food, anything you got.
His companions enter the tent behind him. 3 more men, all rail-thin and desperate. The leader takes a menacing step closer. You picked the wrong tent. I make swords. You think I can't defend myself? The leader hesitates, but only for a moment.
4 against 1, Smith. Use your head.
Stop waving that toothpick in my face. You think you scare me, you scrawny runt? Come on. Oh, fuck! Thief laughs, waving his dagger in your face.
Try me, Smith. Doesn't matter how tough you are when you got a knife in your guts.
I swear I have nothing else. Thief strikes you across the face with the back of his hand, hard enough to rattle your skull.
Liar? I ain't stupid. You've buried it, haven't you?
I'm telling the truth, I was robbed alive as soon as I arrived here. Now I have nothing. Thief glares at you. You maintain unwavering eye contact. Come on. Yeah, buddy.
Better be telling us the truth. Otherwise, we'll come back and spill your guts. Let's get out of here, boys. Smith's got nothing worth taking after all.
The thieves melt away into the night, leaving you alone in your sliced open tent. That'll require a few hours of stitching to repair, but you're too tired to attempt it now. You manage a few more hours of fitful sleep before dawn breaks. Yay! And I'm well fed. Increases my app and my toughness. Alright, let's see what we got here. It's Bennett! Oh, dude. Absolutely, I will help you out. Dude, he's gonna give me a gold pendant? Fucking A. Approaches you with Clodo, trotting faithfully beside him. The dog wags its tail in recognition as he spots you. Well, good tidings, Smith. Just thought I'd drop by to take a look at your farm. It's a nice little setup you got here, ain't it? Not really. If I had a proper forge, you'd be stunned by what I can make. Don't do yourself down, Smith. By all accounts, your blades are artisan's work. Pauses to scratch Clodo behind the ears and straightens with a sigh. Tell the truth, Smith. This ain't a social call. I was looking to commission a blade from you. Brought this on. Camp's a dangerous place and getting more dangerous by the day. Could do with a good sword if I'm to protect my family. Experience with weapons. Not with swords, no, but I kept order in my old tavern with a stout cudgel when needed. Drunk men are easier to handle than desperate ones, but I do know a bit about how to hurt a man. What can you offer? Don't have much coin, but I've got goods to barter. Stuff I've scavenged from wrecked dragons and ruined farmhouses. Clodo whines softly and nudges against Bennett's leg. My children, Trianne, old Garter, are depending on me to keep them safe, Smith. Please, it's got to be worth something. Dude, you gave me a meal. You're good, buddy. You are good. Okay, let's see here. Let's change the length of this. I already know what I'm going to call this thing. Well, you were looking for you had a cudgel beforehand. I don't want to make it too terribly long. Yeah, let's... What's the minimum length you need this at? Whoop. That long? Let's get you a good size. Let's get you a good sized blade. Yeah, good sized blade, that. I like that. Okay. Change the thickness of it. There we go. And then let's keep this... Oh yeah, we wanna... Let's get rid of that then. Thickness... A longer handle further improves this rating. But you want it to be one-handed. No, you want that. So maybe if we make this a little shorter. Hey, there we go. Speed, baby! Let's get this as fast as you need it. There we are. Boom, bam. Not exactly a dagger, but still good for you. And then let's see. Change the width of the blade. This is going to decrease speed a little bit. So yeah, let's just keep that. Let's keep it that long. Yep, one-handed, broad point. Stabbing is not the sword's primary purpose. Yep, let's go ahead and just... Let's give it a little... That's not... That's too... Okay, it's gotta have... I mean, come on, man. It's gotta have some kind of a point to it. I know what we're gonna call this thing. We're gonna call this thing Feast. Because that's what he gave us. Alright, and this nice and thick. Let's do the cross section now. And in fact, yeah, we've got that. There we go. Get you something looking like that. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Then we're going to let's build this thing just a little bit first. Get something going on here. Now our ring, I really want to have some cool looking ring here. Something badass looking. Guard can either go on top or on the bottom of it. Let's have the guard go on top. Okay, then actually, yeah, we won't need the guard then if we're going to do something like this. Round and bent. Nice. I like that so far. Let's see. We might end that somewhere else. An end cap. Yep. Oh, I like that. Hold on. There we go. I like that, baby. Oh, that looks so good. Okay. Let's go for a strong taper. Let's do something like that. Oh, I love that. Okay. And then what's a peen? What is that for a sword? What does it mean to peen? Oh, okay, it's a sharp edge. So you'd put that like on the edge of a pommel, I think, would be the idea of that. So like if we had this, you'd peen it like that. No, this feast is gonna have this thing is gonna look, you know, kind of bowl, like a bowl shape. All right, and then got sweepies and loopies that we can give to this thing. Let's put something. Kind of just like that simple ring as is. So this dude's a very simple, simple guy. I kind of just like the ring as is. It does just feel a little. Yeah, this one is. That's very weird because it can't. Yeah, I guess. Okay. So yeah, let's keep that where we had it, about like right there. Okay. Absolutely. Yep. Let's do that. It's a ring of gold around the hilt of it like that. Fuck yeah, dude. And then you want some leathers. Got you, buddy. And then we're going to have, let's see, the cross section. We're going to do this spine width. Again, we're going to have that come out to kind of meet the ring a little bit. Yep. Oh, I like it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. And that's as long as it needs to be, right? For... Because he also wanted it to have a broad point. So if we make it that long... point needs to be even broader.
like that, though.
Blade length is 53 centimeters. It's not a bad length of blade. There's a large part of me that wants me to make this a little longer. It's not bad. That's not bad. I like that one. Yep. Feast. Oh, that's so cool. I'm using a lot of resources on this guy, but he fed me. What else am I gonna do? Like, yeah, man. I'm gonna make you a bitchin' sword. Absolutely. Bennett takes the sword with reverent hands, his weathered face lighting up. Clodo wags his tail. I don't know much about swords, Smith, but this one feels good in my hands. Makes a few careful practice swings, testing the weapon's weight and reach, while Clodo watches approvingly. If any more vultures circle around my family, they'll find more than they bargained for. Between Clodo's teeth and this blade, the Monders can hold their ground. Hopefully you'll never need to draw it. Yeah, give my regards to Triana and the children. Yeah. Well, indeed. They'll be pleased to know you're looking out for us. Thank you, Smith. Here, take this. I found it in the ruins. He produces a gleaming necklace, clearly valuable. Thanks, man. If I need anything, company, a hot meal, or whatever, you know where to find us. Come on, Clodo. Yeah! Oh, that looks so cool. I like that. That's one I spent a good amount of time on. I like it. And let's see, what other commissions do we have here during the day? I've got that, an empty tankard, and a mystery reward. I'm kind of down for a mystery reward, but that I also like. I like the idea of that. Broad-shouldered young man. Need a proper weapon. Something that shows I'm serious about keeping order in this camp. What do you mean keeping order? Glances around, lowers his voice. I've worked it out, you see. Aaron keeps not just standing us out here without reason. They're testing us, seeing who's the best among us. If a monster attacks or a riot breaks out at the gate, I want a sword in my hand so I can leap into action and help the guards. Okay. The only riots I'm aware of are hungry people pleading at the gates, which you join the guards in quelling them. Keeping troublemakers in line is good for everyone. The watch needs to see that some of us understand how things work. Once I'm inside, I can put in a good word for the decent folk out here. Help them too. What do you need? Don't know much about swords. Something weighty and impressive. Okay. Something weighty. We're going on the far end of sword length here. Oh, can't be any longer than that. Oh my god. Okay. Well, change the thickness. Well. He said he wanted it weighty. Let's go with that. Change the width. Width is about 9 centimeters. Oh my god, the blade's 100 centimeters in length. You're not going to be able to carry this thing, man. Yeah, no, not a thing. Let's just do... Yeah, that's good. About 50% width. Let's see here. Let's get this thing a cross-section. And then a point. You need this sugar sharp, buddy. Actually going to bring this down. Yeah, a solid length of the blade here. There we go. This thing just ends at a... Well, there we go. There we go. I think I like this a little bit better. Yep, it's got a point. It's just at the end of it. This sucker is thick. It's not sharp? What do you mean this thing isn't sharp? Oh, come on now. So what increases the sharpness of this bad boy? Is it the point? No. Smooth cross-section is preferable. A strong central ridge can impede the cut. So then it maybe is a longer... I don't know how else to make this thing. Maybe by tapering? Making it less thick, so maybe we can do that. So maybe we can still have, like... something like that, but let's make it more... Let's make it less thick towards the point. I don't know how to make this thing more sharp. Well, this is doing it. I think I also just need to make it less fucking thick. Yeah, so we can probably get rid of that. Oh. Let's see here. What do I do? There we go. Suck dick. Oh, we did want it to have a broad point. So yeah, this thing is just huge. Okay. And then we got this. Let's just get you a little... Get you one of those. Needs to be two-handed, so let's get you a big oval.
Not enough resources. Ooh, boy. You know what? This is going to be made of wood. There you go. Perfect. That's made of wood there for you. And then you want to pick in and you want something like that. Sure, let's get you a little bit of that there. There you is. Good. A sword. There you are. Holds up the sword admiringly. The blade catches the light and a broad smile crosses his simple face.
Won't be long now. Next bit of trouble, I'll show the Watcher how helpful I can be.
Watch might not be as welcoming as you think. Well, I'm sure it'll take some time before they trust me, but eventually they'll realize how loyal I am. Once I'm in the city, I'll put in a good word for you, Smith. Okay, there you go. It's a big-ass sword, pommel made of wood, because I'm fucking poor out here, man. Hexagonal grips. In fact, I don't want to sell this. Well, I don't want to salvage it. We'll probably get gold from it. Straight up gold. But I do need steel, so let's salvage that. Let's go buy some more steel if we can. There we go. And we got another thing. Ooh, curved blades. Fuller? What is this? Oh, so the cross section in the middle of it with rounded or smoothed edges. Engraving is also awesome. Allows you to bend sword parts. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, I really like that.
Ah, shit.
Let's go for the engraving, though. Because we have stuff for engraving that we can actually use here. And then let's just get some supplies. So let's get some money. What you need from this? This is a nice looking sword. What do you need from this? He needs it more sharp, and it needs a regular point. Okay, well, point here. Sharpen that up for you. And then sharpness. Cross section of this, yeah, it's not very sharp. Use the asymmetry feature. Oh, because that's where they got that. That's the cross section, and they schwumped it out. Oh, I like it. Okay, very cool. Oh, the point is too much of a thing. There we go. And now, is the blade not... It's not sharp enough. Steep edge angle of a wide and thin blade provides the best rating. A steep edge angle. Smooth cross-section is preferable. A strong central ridge can impede cut. So if we... No, that makes it worse. So the taper thickness? No, we wanted that taper thickness, I guess. How do I make this thing sharper? Currently, we're just at 0.9. The steep edge angle. So, probably...
Okay, so we do want width, and we do want thickness. The width... Oh, nope, that's making it worse. Okay, so that is making it worse, but the taper thickness... Can't do anything more to it at that point. Okay, then what about the point? Can we make this... No. How the fuck do I make this blade sharper?
Oh, we just need like a little bit.
Of a wide and thin blade. Okay. Yeah, also this thing is pretty thick. Wonder if we can... There we go. Don't have to change too much of it. Perfect. Nice and thin. There you go. Grins it as he takes the weapon, swinging it experimentally through the air.
Wow, this is gonna come in handy. Thank you, Smithy.
You've got it, random citizen.
And that is it for our day, and I think that's got to be it for us here. This is interesting. I'm sorry the stream literally farted out right at the beginning. That's no good. That sucks. This game is interesting. I like this. I think I'll really like the creative mode, because a lot of people have done some really wild and crazy shit with it, with curved blades and crazy shit. Like, it's pretty cool what people have done and made, and just from what screenshots that I've seen, it's pretty neat. And I imagine creative mode is just everything. Like, you just unlock absolutely everything. I like the campaign mode, though. It's interesting. Like, doing job... Like, here's a blade, repair it, and meet these specifications is pretty neat. I like the idea of, trying to do jobs that offer you the right rewards that you want, but we're also trying to get into the city. And so I don't know exactly how we're going to do that. And so that's also interesting, too. This is a nice implementation of the idea. Because I've seen a few of them where it's like, oh, you take the thing, you melt the steel, you pound the thing, and 2-3 hits, you have a sword, then you cool the sword, then you do this, attach the hilt, get the stuff. I've seen some really involved ones, but it's just it's simulating the process of it. Here's the process of making the thing. And this one is much more about, all that stuff's already made, you're just putting it together. This is much more Lego with sword building. I like that. That's really neat and interesting. I dig that. That's super cool. I like these. I like it a lot. But I do have to get going. I tried to stream for a full 2 hours uninterrupted, because I know the other one got interrupted right as soon as we started, which was Bumpkiss. But yeah, this is good. I like this a lot. But anyway, that's it for me. I got to get going. Tomorrow for Sunday, I think we're going to do more of the raid series. I really do. I think we're going to do more Final Fantasy XIV. We're just going to keep on going with that raid series that we unlocked, the Arcadian. Because I think all of the tiers are unlocked at this point. And I want to make sure that I unlock the rest of it so that I can get good gear from it. Because this is the range where we're going to need to upgrade every part of our gear in order to do well. So I think we'll play some more of that. I've been trying out Gunblade a little bit more. Gunblade's wild, man. Gunblade I will use 2 or 3 cooldowns per thing, but it's wild. Anyway, I think we'll do that tomorrow. So until tomorrow morning, thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. This is Bladesong, really fun, especially if you just like kind of like making stuff. If you like the technical aspect of like what a sword is, I don't know how accurate any of this is to like actually like making a good sword and what it looks like and making sure it's nice and sharp. And I don't know exactly how accurate it is. We can make some pretty cool stuff in here though. But thank you everybody for joining me today. I really do appreciate you. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will see you all tomorrow morning.
Goodbye, everybody.